Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. We've got a very special couch chat with our brand new chemical range. We've been talking about this for quite some time, but it's a reality now and we're super excited to get this out into the global market. And today what we're going to do is we're going to explain each of the products, how they've come about, and we're going to talk to the creator of the products, who's a great friend of the company. So I'm going to pass it over to Danny, who's going to explain his relationship with Dan a bit further.
Yep.
And then we'll get Dan to talk all about the products so that you guys can understand where we're heading with them.
All right, thanks Mark. How are you guys? Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, I can't take all credit this time, so this will be a little bit of a different couch chat. But this is something that we've always been asked for as a brand, especially when we specialize in a lot of equipment and all the detailing stuff that we do. We didn't really have any or a complete range of consumables. So I'll introduce Dan, who's been part of the Bigboi sort of journey from day one. He was our first distributor in Australia. So he was probably the smartest one at the time to jump on board. So congrats to that. But during the time, we've built a good working relationship. We always, well, I probably harass him more than he probably likes, but anytime we try to bring out a new product and that, we would sit down together, if it's over a phone call, or sometimes we get together in Melbourne or wherever it may be, and we'll discuss, you know, the crazy ideas that I do have, you know, does it make sense, whatnot. So guys, what I just want you guys to get out of this intro is that Bigboi as a brand, and we keep saying this because there are a lot of people that don't believe it, is that when we try to bring out anything new or innovative or into the market, we won't just put our name on a specific product. Yeah, there might be some little generic products that there's no point reinventing, but predominantly we would always get a product line and then work with that manufacturer to better it or build it for the industry. And this is exactly what we've done here with Dan. This range didn't exist. We obviously have a lot of connections overseas in the manufacturing part. We could have easily just white labeled and just put our brand on it, but we didn't do that. We sat down with Dan and we went through each individual product, why we've come up with a range of 12, what they specifically will do, and how can we make that better than what is currently in the marketplace. Are we the best chemical range out there? That's going to be debatable, and we'll let the consumer come up with their own theory with that, but can we say that we've got a professional range at an affordable price? Absolutely. So I'm going to throw it over to Dan. So this is his first couch chat, hopefully one of many. So be gentle on him. He has got a head for radio, but over to you, mate.
Thanks, gents. Thanks for having me up here. So yeah, let's. The range is pretty important, pretty special part of the process for us and what we've been doing. So our relationship, obviously, as you said, we've been together quite some time, and I'm really happy to be part of the Bigboi family. It's been good to be able to sort of impart some knowledge and help, and you know, give some offer and advice on improving the range.
Yeah. So Dan, why don't you just let us know so people understand how did we end up working with you in regards to this range? Give us a bit of background. So I know you do look nice and young, but just let them know how long you've been in this industry and how did we sort of brainstorm this whole range together.
I've been in the industry in various capacities for about 30 years now. For the last 20 plus years, I've been working with other brands and companies. I've spent a lot of time helping to evaluate and develop products from a professional standpoint. So yep. I've been really lucky to deal with a number of manufacturers and chemists all over the world, yep. where we've taken their products and we've used them on a actual real world environment. We test them, we develop them, we determine what needs to improve, what they do, what they don't do, yep. etc. Through that, I've actually been able to get some really amazing relationships with a couple of chemists overseas and local, where I've been able to pick their brain and say, look, think outside the box with a lot of things we do. There's basic formulas for most things, for shampoos, detail sprays, waxes and sealants, etc. And what I've been able to help those companies do is evolve those brands to be a better performance based on actual use, not the chemical science of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, through this process, we've done the same thing. We've taken a range of products that were designed specifically to be a professional-based range of products that will perform as good as the best professional range products on the market. The biggest battle we've had with professional products is they're harder to use. Traditionally, they're higher concentration, they're different types of pH. It takes more, I guess, experience to use products to the highest level. Yep. What we've done, and I believe we achieved a great point of these, is these products are very easy to use. Anybody can pick them up and get true professional results and professional performance straight off the bottle.
Yep. Yeah, awesome. So I think we should just jump straight into it, right? So what we want to do is we're just going to go through one by one for you guys so you understand the product better, what the product is, why do we class it as being maybe a little bit more superior in the actual chemical range, what's out there, and then the application of use. These are all Australian made, so even though we've Dan sourced the raw materials from probably all over the world, right? From his relationships with all the...
Well, the bulk of the raw materials we source locally.
Yeah.
Wherever possible, we source everything based out of Australia.
Yeah,
what sort of changed with this range? The biggest problem we've had with Australian-made products is the access to raw materials to make world-leading products. Like most things, the cost in manufacturing in Australia is rather difficult and expensive. Access to the materials has always been the Achilles heel of what stopped Australia making great products.
Yeah.
What I've been able to do through my contacts overseas is we've been able to access about 5 or 6 really special raw materials that aren't available to the general market, that we've got access to exclusively. We source some specialised material out of Germany, out of Japan, Europe and America. And I guess that's what gives us the edge with this range of products, is we can develop something that nobody else in Australia can develop at a level that I believe is world standard.
Yeah, so look, the good thing is, being an Australian company, for us, we always get asked, why don't you make your products or some products or a product in Australia? Most of the time, we choose to make it where we currently manufacture in China because of the relationships. We're a 9-year-old business now, so we've got that manufacturing process down pat over there. To replicate that here, it's just not cost effective, right? So we always want to position ourselves at a price point where we show value for money and outperform anything at a higher level in that space. So with the chemicals, because of our relationship and because we can now as a business buy in larger volume, we can make that possible with the chemical range, right? So for us, this is our first made in Aussie product from start to finish. It has been developed in Australia, so when this goes global, it will have that proud Australian owned and manufactured symbol on there, and hopefully people all over the world can see how good you really are. Yeah, so I think we should jump onto our little catalogue so we can go through each product individually. Dan's just going to go through, just explain the benefits of each product, so you guys do understand the complete range. Why don't we just start with the FOAMR, which is a pre-wash foam.
So the whole range was basically set up specifically to be a complete detailing assembly. So you can do all aspects inside and outside with one range without going excessively bulk on the amount of chemicals and products you need. In terms of a mechanical wash or a physical wash, which is what we're doing, your snow foam or your pre-foam washes are probably still the most important. That snow foam is a super high concentrate, so it's more concentrated than most foams on the market. Great foam, great clean, high capacity of cleaning, and rinses very thoroughly and flushes away a lot of the material.
Yeah. So when you say high concentrate, when we apply this to the vehicle, a lot of other snow foams in the market may smell nice, right? Looks good, foam's great, but doesn't do the actual job that it needs to do. But please guys, understand that when you snow foam a car, depending on how dirty the vehicle is, it's not going to be a magical solution where you just foam it on, you go have a coffee or a smoke, come back, rinse it off, and the car looks like it's just come off a production line, right?
The whole purpose of a pre-foam is to essentially lift and encapsulate the larger particles of dirt, the type of stuff that's going to leave scratches or marks or swirls if you start to drag it across the surface. So that's what that does. It will degrease and dissolve the dirt and grime. It's anything that's basically an organic material. Degrease and remove all basically the sand and silt and your soiling, etc., so that pulls off, so that when you come through to your bucket wash or your mechanical wash step, you have the least amount of grit and grime on the surface.
And it's not the soiling you're used to, okay? It's different.
Different soiling.
Okay. But just on another note, the great debate is, what's the right method to apply snow foam or to start your wash?
This is a very contentious issue.
Yeah, look, it's...
And there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
I have a personal preference. My preference is also always I will pre-wash a vehicle before I foam.
Yeah.
Now, there's a number of people who will argue, oh, then you're leaving water on the surface, therefore that's diluting your foam further. If you have a quality product and a quality foam, any additional dilution is not going to affect it.
Yeah.
Our snow foam, for example, as I said, is twice as concentrated as most. It's generally 50 mil to 950 mil water. The market average is 1 to 9 or 100 mil to 900 mil of water. So we are literally double the concentration. So my preference is always pressure wash or pre-wash first, pre-rinse, so that you're actually removing the bulk of the grime. The whole point of the process of washing a vehicle is to mitigate the risk of scratching the surface. We want to keep your surface and your finish in the pristine condition. The least intrusive method is the best. So my preference, pressure wash first, then foam on, allow the foam to dwell. That's going to start breaking down what didn't get removed previously.
I would do that, and that's how I usually wash my cars that I don't drive on a daily basis. There are a lot of our customers that may have four-wheel drives and they go off-road and that. So in that scenario, sometimes pre-rinsing, you've got a lot of debris on there, right? And it could damage the paintwork as rinsing it off. So in that scenario, maybe I would snow foam it first. So it all depends, and then let that break it all down
100%.
And then push it off. So just because we do it that way doesn't mean that that's the right method for you. It is a debatable subject, and there's so many YouTubers out there that are also been in the game for many years and that have, that will do it the reverse. So just analyze your situation and just use common sense in that scenario. Don't blame the product if that's the case. Just if it's really, really dirty and there's a lot of debris stuck on there, I would snow foam it first, let it do what it needs to do, remove it, and then hit it. If it's like a supercar that you drive and the only thing you've got is dust on it, just a good deionized rinse, snow foam, rinse again. You don't even probably have to touch it, and dry it or let it drip dry and put it in the garage and you're right to go.
Every situation is different, and you need to basically run your own race with it.
So have we answered the question? Probably not. We've just confused you more. But yeah, there is no right or wrong, just depending on the situation.
As long as you're washing it, one way or another, it doesn't matter.
So that's that. Let's finish off on FOAMR so the customers out there will know. So pre-wash, the reason why we would class it as a performance style product over your normal generic consumable style snow foam is higher concentration.
High concentration and performance. These have all been developed around a professional network of clients, basically, or detailers, rather than. The difference between a consumer line product and a professional line product is generally concentration performance. Consumer line products are designed for anybody to walk in, grab something off the shelf, go and use them with zero risk of problematic issues or getting it wrong or it not performing.
Idiot-proof.
Professional products, basically, yeah. But professional products generally require more dilution or more care in use, or require people that have got a little bit more understanding of how products work to be able to get the best performance out of it. So the snow foam is higher concentration, better cleaning, and will literally just perform.
Yeah, and the application, like you said, 50
mil into your foam lance, so 50 mil, 950 mil of water will give you a really nice, thick, consistent foam that cleans very well.
So, guys, perfect product to start off your cleaning process. So we'll stop on that one, and then we'll move over to foam play, which was a snow foam that we first started with, because we, at the beginning, just wanted to sort of maybe do a one soap solution when we started the range originally, and then we sort of sat down and said, no, look, let's do a complete range, right? So we started off with snow foam, foam play. And the benefits of that was that it was snow foam, but also had hydrophobic properties inside, and it would be like a 2-in-1 style product. But yeah, you shoot away and tell us
foam
the
play
benefits.
Is essentially a really good bucket wash shampoo. It's high concentrate, it's very lubricating, so again, less chance of damaging your surface as you wash. Does clean very well, does foam, so if you want to use it as a foam wash, if you're not looking for that super aggressive clean, you can also foam that and again rinse it or wash through it, either or. But yeah, it's I'll say a standard shampoo, but that's its format, is a bucket shampoo or a bucket mechanical wash.
So a 2-in-1, you can do a bucket wash or a snow foam, and it does foam up, but the main difference this to FOAMR would be that it's got hydrophobic properties, right?
Yeah, it's more pH neutral, it's more gentle on wash, it's just as a general purpose wash. The reason it's an additional foaming action is we had a lot of people who wanted to actually foam it on and physically wash through it rather than actually use their bucket, etc. So that's why that was developed that way. But yeah, it's high lubricating, high cleaning, gentle to surface, pH neutral, so it's not going to strip or damage any waxes or sealants.
All right, and application, same style of application?
So if you're using a foam lance, it would be about the same dilution. If you're using in a bucket, I think we're 2 capfuls, so you're looking about 20 to 30 mil to a bucket.
All right, and we've gone through the key benefits of that, so why don't we just move to the next. Moving away from foam play, so we've got a 3-soap solution. FOAMR, foam play, now DESCALR. So just go into letting us know what's so special about this one.
So DESCALR is essentially exactly that, descaling shampoo. So it's designed specifically to remove mineral deposits, limescale, calcium, etc. from the surface. So inorganic materials, whereas foam play and FOAMR is an organic material remover. This is inorganic. So works exceptionally well as a more deeper clean. So if you're using the other 2 shampoos first and you need something with a bit more bite or a little bit more ability to clean deeper into the paint, that's what it'll do. Works exceptionally well to revitalise hydrophobic coatings or surface protection. So by removing that layer of mineral deposit or scale that sits on a ceramic coating, that ceramic coating starts losing its hydrophobics. Performance of the self-cleaning.
So a lot of people think that if they get their car ceramic coated, that it's some magical application where you don't need to wash it, you can leave it outside, and every time a bird poos on it, it's just going to slippery side off the paintwork. It doesn't work like that, guys. You need to maintain. So what we try to educate not only our customers, but even our detailing customers, is that when you sell a ceramic coating package and you guys go above and beyond to get the car to look better than it ever did, even from the factory floor, because we all know when a car gets delivered, it's like a pig with lipstick, right? They just put some wax on it, and as soon as you wash it, all these swirls and imperfections are there, and you're like going, wow, I just spent all this money. So, you know, all our detailing partners around the world go above and beyond to get that car looking as good as it possibly can, right? So they spend a lot of hours, a lot of time polishing and getting that surface perfect. They apply this ceramic coating. It costs a customer a lot of money to get that car looking at its best, but then you got to maintain it. So we try to tell our detailers that you should be offering our range as a solution to maintain products. So not only the chemical range, but our products themselves, because it's specifically designed for detailing. So when you get your car ceramic coated and you've spent and invested all this money on that vehicle, guys, you have to maintain it. It's not a magical solution, right? So yeah, there's different coatings and some are better than others. Just like in a chemical range, there's consumer grade, professional grade, whatever it may be. Whatever you've used and bought, maintain it, use the right products to enhance its performance and longevity, right? So, so that's what these soaps will do, right? So this will remove, like you said, all that top nastiness on the coating, remove it back, so then your car will have that hydrophobic effect again. So.
Yeah, the ceramic coatings are not an impenetrable force field. They are simply just an additional sacrificial layer that's designed to offer protection, ease of maintenance in the fact that they will self-clean better, they'll release soiling, etc. But they still need to be maintained. It's the advantage of a ceramic coating over, say, traditional wax is longevity. It's going to last longer, which means you're not going to have to reapply as often. It still needs to be washed regularly. It still needs a topper or a maintenance. Especially if you want it to maintain its visual presentation, you have to look after it.
And remember, if you're not washing it correctly, you're still going to mar it and scratch it, all right? So all this self-healing, blah, 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 if you're not doing it right, regardless of what you've been sold, you will scratch and mar it. So just keep that in mind.
The wash process, the whole point of the wash process is to mitigate the risk of scratching the surface.
The less you touch it, the better it is.
100%.
Well, that's the message we get across all the time. That's why the company started, right? With the blowers.
So look, that's going to wrap up our actual snow foam category. So we've gone with a 3 foam solution, and then we're just going through how we've got it in the catalog, so there's no real order to this. We're going to go to NUDE. So so this is our ceramic glass cleaner. It's probably one of my favorite products.
Same.
So it for us, the scent that we've got, I'm not sure what it is, bubblegummy or something. It really smells really nice. Don't drink it, guys. It's not for that. Don't spray it under your arms and that. But
you like the simple things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, but this one, when you use it, the outcome and the longevity of the product, we have had feedback through a lot of people that have used it throughout. So it was part of our 3 product strategy, and now it's part of the 12. So we've continued with it, but man, hats off to you, man. You've done a really good job. I know people say, you know, and a lot of professionals say, oh, I just use water to clean glass and this and that, but water will give you a good finish, but this just prolongs water beading, it's hydrophobic. I don't know what you've done with this. Don't give it away too much. But man, honestly, I would say it's probably the best product in this lineup for me of ease of use.
It's certainly one of my favorites. Like I despise cleaning glass, and anybody else who has to,
I hate it.
It's a pain, it's hard work. You always have to get to the hardest part of the glass, especially if you're dealing with a long roof coupe and the likes. You've got 4 foot longer arms to get to the back of it. Glass cleaning sucks, let's be honest. The NUDE, Bigboi NUDE glass cleaner is just, again, it is one of my favorites. The advantage of it is, with all these range, less is more. Do not overuse them. They're not consumer products. These are professional products, so you need to use them sparingly. The best part or best function of this glass cleaner is it does have a ceramic base to it, so it produces a hydrophobic coating for exterior. Interior offers the same type of thing. It puts a ceramic film on the inside of the glass, and I must mention it is tint safe of all tints. But the advantage of the ceramic is when you first apply it to the glass, traditionally with a normal alcohol-based glass cleaner, your microfiber or your glass towel gets grippy and sticks to the glass, and you're having to fight across the surface. With the ceramic, because the ceramic by nature instantly attaches to the glass and fills the pores of the glass, it becomes slick.
Yeah.
So suddenly your towel is now gliding across the glass much easier. And that in itself makes it easier to physically remove the grime and your fogging agents or vapor locking that's on the glass itself. Just makes it easier to work with. Incredibly streak free, great durability, and again, same principle as any ceramic based product, whether it's a coating or detail spray. On the inside, most of the film that builds up on your glass is actually the vapor that comes from your dashboards, the plastics and resins and the plasticizers. So as that heat cycles in the sun or whatever else, that stuff basically comes out of your plastic or components. That's the film or the grime you see on the glass. The ceramic coating just simply allows that, same as the exterior would, easier to maintain. It comes off easier, it takes longer to build up, and less product actually sticks to the surface. And obviously on the outside, it adds a hydrophobic coating with multiple use, so you get that rain repellent type format.
So we don't have a microfiber or towel solution yet. It's something that we're working on to complement the range. But as a product, very slick, smells good, applies very easy, and the effect that it gives you on the glass in the rain, it's awesome. So that's Nude, guys. We're going to move to one of our first products, QUIKKI. So what we wanted with this product was all-in-one ceramic-based detailing spray, right? But what a lot of people don't know is that it's a sort of two-in-one style product. So you can use it as a finishing product at the end if you want to remove some water spotting or just to get that hydrophobic effect back onto your ceramic coating. Even if your car's not coated, guys, and this is why this is a very important product to talk about. We always get asked, how do your blowers work on a car that's not ceramic coated? I'm not spending $2,000 just so I can dry my car and this and that. Yes, we're going to have customers that don't want to do that or can't afford to do that, right? This product is perfect for those customers that don't have a ceramic coated car, want to move into better understanding car cleaning. If you use this product at the end of your wash, you will create that hydrophobic effect on your panels. It is a good sealant on top, and then when you use it to dry the vehicle at a later stage, it will move water a lot quicker off the panel, okay? Instead of sheeting and whatnot. But what a lot of people don't understand is if the car is wet, before you dry it, you can apply this as a wet solution on a wet surface and then pressure wash it, and it will enhance water beading and properties on the actual surface, right? You might know a little bit more technical side, but that is as idiot proof as I can make it.
Essentially, QUIKKI is a hydroactive ceramic sealant. So traditional use and where this sort of first fit into the Bigboi range was a touchless solution to apply a sealant or protection product to add hydrophobics, UV protection and advanced cleaning or self-cleaning process. So ideally you would wash and clean your car first, make sure it's clean. Whilst the vehicle's wet, you would spray a panel, pressure wash it off, and then effectively you've now got a ceramic coated or ceramic sealant on the surface. Application is as easy as it gets. Wash the car whilst it's wet, spray each panel, pressure wash immediately, spray, work around the car, next panel, spray, wash, etc.
When you spray it on the panel, do panel at a time. And what I do when I use this product, I actually spray from the bottom up. So I'm moving that product onto the panel apart from off. So that way you can get more out of the product on the panel, and you'll notice straight away that beading sensation just enhances like that on whatever surface you're doing it. It is safe to use on glass.
Glass is one of those things you want to be mindful that do not allow the product to dry. If you allow the product to dry, it can leave water spotting or spots behind, which then become a little bit more problematic to work with. But it is, again, less is more. Couple of sprays, don't oversaturate the panel, and make sure you rinse immediately.
When we use it with our Ultimate Garage setup, we use deionized water in our final rinse, so that eliminates the need or the you know, we don't want to do it in direct sunlight anyway. But if you do rinse it off correctly, you're not going to get those water spotting anyway. So a great all-in-round detail. What would you call it?
Well, it's a ceramic sealant. And as you mentioned, if you're not using it in a wet application, you've already blown dry your car, you can mist it onto a microfiber
and it will leave the panel slick as, right?
Slick, gloss, hydrophobic, and again, enhances that self-cleaning or the anti-soil.
Yeah, process. Awesome. Well, that's my go-to spray anyway, regardless, and it does work on matte and
matte,
gloss.
PPF, vinyl.
Yeah, so it's safe for all those application, guys. So everything that we do, as you can see, a lot of my cars are either PPF, matte, or gloss. So and it works on everything. But then we go to the ceramic detailer. So what is the difference between the two? So customers can understand that.
The ceramic detailer is, I guess, more of a traditional spray and wipe type process. It's a quick gloss enhancer or a quick detailer. It's a little bit more advanced than that. That particular product has a lot of properties to it that are, it's many products in one. It's a waterless wash, it's a rinseless type product. It's designed to to clean the surface for light soiling, dust, any light debris. Add gloss, add slickness. It actually has a lot of ceramic material in it as well, so it also operates as a hand-applied ceramic sealant.
Yeah.
Durability for a detailer is exceptional, works very, very well. But yeah, it's a traditional detailer just with a lot more, I guess, advantages to it than a basic quick detailer.
So a final...
It's your final wash.
Dry application.
Final process. So your last step process, essentially.
Yeah.
Great for maintaining ceramic coatings. Perfect for a car that's not got any protection on it. So even if you're not using QUIKKI or anything like that, you can still spray it, mist it onto a towel, wipe the surface, clean towel, buff the excess off. It'll leave behind protection. It'll add gloss, add slickness, and work that process.
And these products are UV
stable, and they also will help to protect from UV.
Yeah, so guys, again, if you aren't a touchless drying person at the moment and you want to go into that and you're bought a new car or got ceramic coated car and that, these products are perfect, and then dry it with our dryer and you're going to eliminate and get the most out of your ceramic coated car. Or if it's not ceramic coated, you'll start that process of seeing the benefit of touchless drying on a ceramic sort of panel and whatnot. So we'll go down the page. So now we're going to a matte detailer. So what's the difference between the ceramic detailer and the matte one, apart from one's obviously designed more for a matte application and the other one is, can you use a ceramic detailer on a matte finish?
You can. The reason the two were developed, and it's probably a point I needed to bring with ceramic detailer, less is more. Again, I can't emphasize enough. You must use less product than anything else you've used.
So don't get trigger happy, even though it's better for us that you do spray as much as you can so you can come back and buy more. That's not what we've designed this range for. So you got to remember we're one brand, or we're quickly becoming that, or we are already that, I should say, in the equipment side of things, but now we're moving into that chemical range. So even though it's not our core business, this range was developed, but again, like Dan is saying, is that it's not designed to get you trigger happy, use as much as you can so you come back and buy it. We're trying to give you value for money and use that on a professional level. So
100%. Cost per application is the motto I work with. The whole point is, rather than using a product where you need to spray 5 or 10 sprays per panel, 1 to 2 sprays onto the towel with the detail sprays will give you full coverage without risk of marring or anything else.
And in your professional experience, would you recommend spraying it on a microfiber towel, then apply it, or on the panel?
My advice is always spray any product, and it doesn't matter whether it's the glass or anything else, directly onto the towel first, and then apply that to the panel. And
we'll minimise waste too, right?
The reason for it is if you spray it directly on the panel, you've then got a clump of product there, you're then trying to spread evenly over an area. Like if you ever had to spread anything on the stones or whatever, it never forms even. If you spray it on your towel, wherever you apply your towel, you're getting a nice, even, consistent amount of product over the surface. It's going to give you the best uniform performance
Yep.
and best overall performance.
Yeah. Okay, so matte finish, the main difference between the two, what's...
The matte finish was designed specifically for matte and PPF surfaces, which are a little bit more delicate, especially for streaking.
Yep.
So we put that together predominantly for your matte car because it was having a lot of problems with streaking and hazing.
Yep.
Most of that, again, is kind of overuse. You've got to be careful with the ceramic details. They had so much ceramic in them. They do build up and build
Yep.
up and build up where your streaking comes from. The matte detailer was re-engineered completely to still offer all the same benefits and properties, but without streaking on the surface.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I think in regards to the ceramic, so again, we've gone a 3-product solution there, QUIKKI, ceramic detailer and matte.
They're all suitable to use all on the same surfaces, or they can all be interchanged on, you can use the matte on gloss and the gloss on matte, but they work better in their own environment.
Yeah, perfect. So look, we're going to go to a product that obviously the name says it, so all-rounder. It's something that you would use literally on, you can...
It is an all-purpose cleaner.
All-purpose
That's exactly
cleaner.
what it is. Interior, exterior, carpet, sills, plastics, whatever, it's designed
so
to
we've given it that
clean.
citrus smell, so it smells nice and fresh when you use it.
The citrus smell is actually from one of the raw materials, so it actually has some citrus base to it, which gives us slightly better surface cleaning, better degreasing.
Yeah. So go into that particular product. What makes it stand out in the market, and how you would apply it?
So look, APCs are a standard format in detailing. This particular one, we worked with it to do a little bit more in a lot of things. It'll work fine on plastics, vinyl, rubber. It works quite good as a leather cleaner. It's got, if you're using it on hard plastics, your door sills, your kick panels, it actually leaves a nice darkening effect too, so it cleans very well without leaving that white and powdery sort of streak finish. Gentle and everything, but strong and cleans at the same time.
Yeah, awesome. And how would you apply it? Same way? Would this go on the actual surface?
Depending on the surface you're cleaning, and I guess depending on the level of clean you're trying to get. Carpets and the like, obviously, if you're trying to spot clean, you would mist on the carpet, agitate with a brush, or do a damp shampoo method where you blot it out with a damp microfiber. You can effectively also use the extraction machine, mop that down, agitate it, and then use the extraction to pull it out. On normal surfaces, again, you either spray it onto a brush if you're using a brush, a detailing brush for cup holders and panels, etc., or spray it onto a towel.
Yep, awesome. So that's the go-to for us in that particular range. But as we're moving inside the car now, we've got the interior dress-up. So this is the interior finish for us. That's more of a matte finish, is that right?
So the interior dress-up is we'll call it a low satin sheen finish. It's an OE finish rather than a high silicon type. There's not a silicon product, so there's no really shiny, glossy, sticky
we're not baby oiling the dashboard, right?
We wanted a premium finish, and I think new car or OEM finish is what we're going for. Works really well on again, plastics, rubber. Do your door seals and your door rubbers, that actually keeps them from getting dry and brittle as well. Plastics, vinyl, leather. Application same. Spray in your microfiber or your applicator first, apply and then wipe off excess.
And it's got UV protection.
UV protection. It also has some ceramic material in it too. So again, we have a little bit of anti-soiling. It works really well for your dash and plastics and consoles, etc. Reduces. If you just spill your coffee or whatever else, it's less likely to stain or cause problems, easier to clean.
And when you apply, it finishes dry to the touch?
It dries to the touch very, very quickly, doesn't leave sticky or streaky material, and because it dries, you're not attracting dust to the surface.
And we've gone, is that in a white finish, I think?
That's a natural white.
Yeah, natural white. All right, so we're going to move on to PREPR, which is a surface cleaner. Why was this sort of important to have in our range?
So PREPR is essentially a base surface cleaner, more a wax and grease type remover. Works really, really well as a base cleaner to remove oils, polymers, wax, etc. from the paint prior to a sealant. So we use that particularly if we wanted additional performance out of QUIKKI or the ceramic detailer, we want to remove any of the old material. Over time, the ceramic sealants need to be removed. They're going to start to dissipate in their performance. That's the best way to remove it. So again, you would wash your process, you'd actually dry the car or just simply spray PREPR on, wipe all the panels like a degreasing step, and then reapply your sealant for best performance.
Yeah, so you could use DESCALR,
Yep.
dry it, wipe the panel down with PREPR, then and then apply.
You could either
whichever.
reapply QUIKKI in that process. So
Yeah.
PREPR works really well whether it's wet or dry, but so if you went through that process where you went through using FOAMR, DESCALR, and then rinse that down thoroughly,
Yep.
wipe all the panels down using PREPR, and then literally reapply QUIKKI, pressure washed off, rinse with DI, the job's done.
Could guys use it as final stage before ceramic coating?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's probably one of the key benefits of what that product was developed for, was to use to clean the surface correctly to allow ceramic material to bond properly to the paint.
And is it a product that you would need to use internally of the car?
Not really, no. It's, I mean, you can do, but there's no real, there's nothing in it that's going to work better than all-rounder and dress up wood.
Yeah,
so it's predominantly an external surface cleaner as a base product to clean old ceramic or old material waxes, etc., to give you the best base foundation for your new.
So bringing the panel to a raw state.
It's a reset product basically. If you want to reset the surface, things aren't working, your QUIKKIs or your ceramic sealant starting to degrade, or you just simply remove it with PREPR and reapply.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, we're going to jump outside the vehicle and we're almost completed the range here, but tyre dress up. So the benefit of this one was I hate that glossy feel and that glossy finish on a wheel. It just looks cheap and nasty on my personal preference. Some people might like it, right? For me, I like that matte finish, and that's what we tried to achieve with this product, and I think we got it done extremely well. But go into why this is part of our range. We've gone with one solution, the benefits of it, and then the application.
So the tyre dressing, I think tyre dressing is the final step of any clean car. Your tyres must be dressed. There's no point having perfectly clean, shiny, beautiful, slick car, wheels clean, glass clean, and ugly tyres. Like it just sets it off. There's a lot of tyre dressings on the market. What makes this difference, I think, is longevity. We added ceramic material to it. The ceramic gives us a better bond to the rubber. It's actually more of a rubber sealant than a tyre dressing. And by that, what it does is it actually helps to protect the rubber, reduces the amount of oxidization from the rubber and the overheating and browning. Browning is the effect of the materials breaking down and oxidizing and transferring through to the surface. So that's the carbon black and the resins and the silica manufactured in the tyre. So the browning or blooming is what we want to actually remove. That's all the old dressing, the old material, the old breaking down the tyre. If you're simply applying tyre dressing over the top of that and stacking dirty stuff on dirty stuff, you're not getting any benefit in longevity.
And I'm guilty of that too, right? Even though we've been in the industry long, like there's bad habits that you just keep doing and you don't realise that you're doing.
I guess it's education. A lot of people don't understand you've got to clean your tyres. And most people don't clean the tyre because the moment they get a towel or something, the towel gets dirty, right? Well, obviously because the tyre's dirty. So the advantage with that tyre dressing is, again, we went with a premium finish. I don't like tyres that look like I've got whale snot all over it. I don't want something. If my tyres are shinier than the car, something went really, really wrong. So the point is we want to have a more premium finish, a low satin finish, and I think it just sets up the tyres really nicely. Got great durability. That ceramic just lasts longer. It actually gives a more hydrophobic effect to the tyre, which again, like all the other ceramic material, repels dirt, makes it easy to clean. You can come next week and wash your car again and the tyres will still look like they've been dressed. And it's going to stop or reduce the amount of dirt coming through the tyre.
There's not, to my understanding, a lot of ceramic tyre dressing. It wasn't an easy product to make. No,
it wasn't. I'd be pretty confident saying we were definitely one of the first. And yeah, I mean, it just improves the whole long-term performance of the product.
And then our final product in our 12 product lineup. We probably should have done this before the tyre dressing, but regardless, it's going to educate you guys on why this is probably one of the better cleaners out there for wheels, right? Yep. So something that I didn't even know also, and only while we were testing and that, Dan sort of said, well, have you cleaned your tyres with this? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a iron remover, right? But the hardest thing, and there's so many out there now, right, where people just get that purple effect of the removing of iron particles on the actual rim, and think that that's all that product's designed to do, right? And that strong odory smell makes it uncomfortable using. It's not a pleasant product to use, and regardless of what car you have, you always have brake dust. You know, even my Tesla has it that I don't even bloody use brakes on. Yeah, just go in sort of why we've done this one. It's a perfect product to end the range, but the 2-in-1 that you've sort of done it with, which is great.
Well, I guess this is probably a perfect example of what this entire range is about, and thinking outside the box to create products that work to the end result rather than everybody's got an iron remover. You spray them on, they turn purple, you rinse them off, and they dissolve and remove brake dust. What they don't do is clean wheels.
Yep.
They don't have any degreasing agents or any soiling materials, so they're very, very reluctant to physically remove the actual road grime and surface dirt on the wheel.
Yep.
So in a professional sense of wheel cleaning, you're generally using one of 4 different cleaners. You'll use a non-acid, an acid, an iron remover, and then you'll need a heavy degreaser or an APC to clean your tyres. Same principle as you clean the car before you put a ceramic on,
yep.
You need to clean your tyres before you put a dressing on.
Yep.
So that product, we wanted something that would do all of those things, and we worked pretty hard to actually make that happen. It will physically clean the wheels properly. It removes your grime, your road film, etc. But it also has an iron reactive agent to it that will attack the brake dust and dissolve that from the surface. It also, we worked exceptionally hard to remove or reduce that really bad air gas odor. So it still smells, but it's actually relatively pleasant to use. And it's got a lot of citrus in it, so that when you actually come to pressure wash, you get a nice fresh plume of citrus come through. The
mandarin was the fragrance.
It's a pretty intense mandarin fragrance.
Yeah.
The best feature of that cleaner is the fact that it will clean tyres, and there is, I don't think, any others that will actually fit, iron removers that will clean rubber as well.
Yeah.
So you would spray your wheel, spray your tyre, let it dwell for a moment, agitate the tyre, agitate the wheel, pressure wash off, and then dry.
Yeah.
So it literally does all 4 things. It will remove and clean all the dirt and grime. It removes the iron, actually physically cleans the tyres, and preps them ready for dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well, there you go.
And doesn't smell completely offensive.
Yeah, and and we do see detailers all over the world spray it on panels and whatnot to try in areas where they know that iron particles will land on. Is it still safe to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you can use it as basically an iron remover. It's not going to be as effective as an iron remover on the surface without mechanical agitation, because it's got so much cleaning agent in it.
Yeah.
Quite often that will sort of sit over the iron, so you actually want to let it dwell longer.
Yeah.
You can do.
Yeah, awesome. So, guys, that's pretty much a wrap on the complete range. So, you know, this isn't something that has only taken a couple of months to do, right? So we've been discussing this. It's probably over a 2-year period, back forwards testing, At the end of the day, why did we bring it? All of our customers globally have asked. We are in over 40 countries. A lot of countries don't get some of these products from other manufacturers there. They're hard to bring in. All of these are certified. Dan went through the headache of getting each one done individually. So it's just like all our products. It's just a part of something that we need to do when you're exporting them. They are Australian made, so we're proud of that. It's something that we haven't been able to do in the past, only because we want to keep it at a certain price point. Because we're going to be doing large volume and sending it all over the world, we've been able to hit a price point, I think, that will be competitive in the market. And also Dan's been helpful in trying to reduce costs where we can. But I think in general, we're excited about bringing this whole range out. Now you can not only wash your car externally, internally with all our products. So we, as you guys know, we started with blowers. We went sort of soft into pressure washers, and now are probably one of the market leaders in that category for detail-specific pressure washers. Yeah, we got competitors, we've got other brands out there, but again, value for money, we destroy everyone in that field, and performance-wise, we've proven that we can compete with the best and outperform the best in that category. Vacuums is another category we went in and quickly have become the go-to for that. It's a saturated market, but we are different again. And then now we're going to do it in this. So the main difference, as Dan mentioned, was it's not a consumer-based product. We've tried to go on the professional grade product, so you get good value for money in application, but try to simplify it so it's easy for you guys to use. So we don't want to confuse you. So when you go into a retail environment where you stand in front of the chemical range and you're scratching your head and you're going like, I don't know where to start. Why is this range so complicated? And then it's very hard to find, anyone in that environment where a sales guy can say each and benefits of each range, right? Like, it's just so much to know. So,
well, I think that was the important part. I mean, part of the Bigboi mantra is to bring professional tools and equipment to the general, on average, car enthusiast.
Yeah.
And this line is exactly that. It's bringing professional range products to the general public or the general car enthusiast to get the best they can out of it at an easy, cost-effective method.
So, guys, hopefully you guys can get behind it. Aussie company on both aspects, right? Aussie manufactured. We're going to bring this out to the world so the rest of the world can see how good we are on this side of the world. And hopefully it excites you guys and makes your wash cycle easy. That's what it was designed for, and completes that range for you. Will be available on our website and through our network of resellers in Australia. We're launching here first, and then it'll go out to the rest of the world, and hopefully they see the benefit of the full range. So we're going to wrap that up. Did you want to wrap it up? Dan, thanks. We've got Dan across from Melbourne. For this, we thought it was important for you guys to know who was behind it. We don't take credit for everything that we do. Even though I would like to say that this was all my idea, it wasn't. I have to give credit where credit is due, right? So, could Dan have done this on his own? Probably not. So I'm going to take some credit. He'll probably argue that. But look, the relationship is, regardless of what product we bring out, we have a network of experts in our chain of resellers around the world. So not only would we pick Dan's brain with any product that we bring out, we do that on a global scale. We work closer with Dan here in Australia because we're in Australia, right? And like you said, he's been in the actual game for a long time. It's not showing his age. I think he only started when he was 5, but like 30 years is a lot of experience, and he's dealt with a lot of the big brands around the world. So, some of the major brands, I'm not going to name them, but he's had a lot of affiliation with them. So it's priceless for us to work with someone like Dan. So we're not talking him up because we have to. I think that it's something that he deserves credit on. Yeah. So, any questions, shoot it to us. Don't harass Dan directly. He'll just point you back to us. But any questions that you want, at the end of this video, I know it's long, but we'll have it on the actual website on the detailer page. So you can watch it all back if you want to bore yourself to death. But we thought that it's important for you guys to just have all the information there. We will bookmark every single product, so if you want to just jump to that, you can. And on every individual product, we will we'll snippet that out so you can have like a 5-minute breakdown on that product. Any questions, our guys will be geared up to answer anyway. We're excited to bring it out. It's been a long time coming, just like a lot of our products. This year, it's about making the Bigboi lineup very strong. We're moving into other categories, as you can see. We're really focusing on giving that all one brand solution, which no other brand can. And the ultimate goal is to make it very hard for our competitors to sell their product, right? Because we're good at what we do. And we got the ability to do it. So thanks everyone for watching. Any questions, comment below. One of our guys will get back to you, and we hope you enjoy this range as much as we have putting it together for you guys. See you later, and until next couch chat.
Thanks for your support.